Hi everyone. A couple of years ago, so 5 years ago, when I first started looking into toppers, wearing toppers, I did a lot of research, and at the time there wasn't a whole lot available in terms of user reviews, and so I had to go off of like two or three and just make the leap. And I got the Noriko Milan that I've posted about before, which happened to be just the gamble paid off. I considered it a lot of money at the time. It was like, I think $150, which, is not the most that these toppers can cost, but it's still a significant amount that you want to make sure that you know what you're getting when you order it. So I am so honored and I feel so privileged to be able to be one of those reviewers now, because I relied on these kinds of reviews so much before, and I want to be able to do a good job for you guys. And give you a good sense of what you're investing your money into. So this is the Claire Remy Human Hair topper by Uniwigs. It's in the color Natural Black with a 6x6 base. So I'll take this off in a second and I'll show you guys. But as you can see, my natural hair, it gets lighter, I think, towards the base of it anyway. It's a tiny bit lighter than the Natural Black on the outside. So you can kind of see the difference there, I hope. But I think it blends in beautifully, and the quality of the hair is just, the texture is wonderful. I feel like the shine is wonderful. I've owned only synthetic toppers before, and one thing that was always a little bit awkward at the beginning is, I don't really take very good care of my bio hair, and so it's a little bit on the dull side. And so you walk into public with like this super shiny, lustrous hair all of a sudden, and it was a little bit disconcerting at first, but nobody else really notices that stuff. It's just you thinking like, oh, everyone's gonna notice. But yeah, so the shine of this is really, really nice. The feeling of it is really nice. Okay, so some other thoughts on this. I never really wear my hair part in the middle. I haven't since I think junior high or something like that. I've always had it to the side, but something that one is a feature of all toppers or hair when you first get it is that whatever part that they come in, usually they're very trained to sit in that part. It's not unchangeable, but I just haven't really tried to change this one. I know that it's possible, but I'll have to work with that a little bit to get it to the style that I usually wear. But you know what? Now that I have this on, it's not that terrible. I kind of like it. As you can see, this is a lace front, but I cut off the lace. I have a couple of pictures of when I first got it, and it looks ridiculous with this like big thing of lace up here, but you're not supposed to wear it like that anyway. So I put it a little bit behind my hairline here, and it's kind of remarkable how like the little hair loss bit that I have here just goes so seamlessly into the lace part of that, if you can see it. From far away, I doubt anybody would ever know, and also if they knew, they wouldn't care. So, but anyway, so the other part I wanted to point out is that the hair part is also extremely dense. I don't like it when they're that dense because it seems pretty unnatural, going from a hair part that's very visible and pale skin to like nothing. That to me looks a little fake. But again, a lot of these toppers, just out of the box, they don't fulfill all of your expectations, and that's okay because they're also all very, very customizable. You can cut the length to make it more like your hair. Because this is human hair and it's the color Natural Black, I think jet black you can't dye, but you can dye natural black to be, you can lighten it up a little bit to be a bit more of your base color if you want to. I don't think I'm going to, but you can. You can cut the lace to however you want it. And then also with the part, you can pluck out a couple of the hairs to make it seem, a little bit more sparse if that's what you want. And I think that is kind of what I want. So let me take this off and show you how to put it back on. One thing I've noticed about these clips, maybe it's just I have to get used to it, but the clips are a little bit different from my Noriko Milan, and they're a lot tougher to just snap open. So this is that lace front, the part that I cut, and then I hold my bio hair because sometimes these clips tend to pull and I just don't like that. So here's the hair underneath. And here's the inside of the topper. So you have your 4 pressure sensitive clips. The base is 6x6, and you'll notice the middle part here is a little bit lighter color. So that's sort of your playground for how you want the part to be. I'll do another video, I think, with my Noriko Milan, which has a more generous space where you can play around with that part, which I prefer. But again, you know, it happens to be my comfort zone that I like my part to be a little bit here. And it's not necessarily a terrible thing, especially if you already wear your hair down the middle, then this, you don't need that much room to play anyway, you're fine with this. This is, I think, 14 inches. You can tell kind of side by side that my hair is a little bit lighter. It's also just, it's so fine that I feel like it's always going to be a bit lighter in color. But also this hair is heavier and there's more of it, so it covers a lot of whatever my base color is going to be. Okay, time to put it back on. So again, you open up these clips. I feel like the back clips are a little bit easier to snap on and snap off, but maybe it's just the back of my head is shaped differently, and so it makes it easy to like push against it and snap it on and off. So here we go. We're gonna put it right behind that hairline. And these clips are gonna go kind of dig under a little bit. What I also like about these, I don't know if it's just because I'm clipping it in a different place, but for a little bit now, my other topper has been pulling on my hair a little bit. It's just getting finer in certain areas. So maybe wearing this central part will help me to, I'm gonna readjust this a little bit. I don't think it's laying quite as flat as I want. Ta-da, just gotta get this pressure cup open. Yeah, so you just gotta find the right angle. I'm just not used to this, being able to find the right angle with these clips. Okay, so it's open. Get it adjusted and down. So yeah, as I was saying, because my hair is getting a little sparse in some areas and it's more uncomfortable to clip in, it might be helpful for me to try a central part for a little while and, you know, stop putting so much strain on those side hairs. I'll show you from the back. Hopefully you can see how the back of this lays. And then just from the side, I'm very impressed with this product. I think part of what I find impressive is the price point as well. So I mentioned, you know, I'd only had synthetic toppers before, and a big reason for that was because on the sites that I was looking at the time, the human hair ones were like $600, $700, and when I didn't have any experience with toppers, I was like, I'm not gonna pay that amount. So I took the plunge with a much more affordable topper and a synthetic one. And I played around with that for years and I loved it. And I know a lot of people say, you know, you need to replace your toppers every 3 to 6 months or something like that. I have had the same 2 toppers for 5 years, and one even went through the washing machine once, so that's going to be a different story. I made another post about that, but I need to make a video. It went through the washing machine, and while, you know, I had to spend a lot of time and a lot of care detangling it, I wore it for another couple of years. So they're really not quite as fragile as I think I understood them to be when I first got them. Now, those were synthetic. I don't know, you know, how different human hair wigs are. I know that they're different. I know that the care is going to be different. That they don't, like, you know, once you wet them, they're not just going to dry in the style that you want them to be. So I'm excited to play around with this a little bit more, maybe cut it, maybe style it, and post a lot more content just about this one. So yeah, parting thoughts. I'm very, very impressed. Uniwigs has clearly, you know, has very good quality products. I'm very, very fortunate that they they gifted me this to do a review on it, and I'm excited to play around with it and show you guys everything that it can do. Thanks so much for watching.